Okay, students, this is part 2. I will try to get the rest of it in here. Okay, now here's a question about finding slope. We may have done this before, but let's review this. This ordered pair is over here somewhere, and then this ordered pair is over here. Well, a line that joins those two, that would be a positive slope line, correct? Okay, so now let's actually go through the procedure. Slope is fun, it's rise over run, or it's the change in the y over the change in the x. Now, we could just, the first time we do this, take this left point right here and call this point 1. So that's x1, y1, and then this is point 2, x sub 2, y sub 2. And let's just plug in our values. So here the slope would be y sub 2, which is 1 minus, remember that minus is the minus of the formula, minus this y, which is negative 5, over x sub 2, which is 2 minus negative 3. Alright, so remember, two negatives make a positive, two negatives make a positive, okay? So that's going to be 6, right, over 5. So the slope is 6 over 5, or 6/5. So what does that mean? It's a positive slope. There's a slope of 1. It's just a little bit more. And that's how to do finding slope. When you get more sophisticated or you do some more, you can see sometimes it's helpful to go and pick the other point as your starting point. But I'll just leave that up to you to practice till you get to that point. All right, here's a problem. WLE, write a linear equation. All right, let's just say we wanted to write this linear equation in slope-intercept form. Well, first of all, our ultimate goal is to get here. But, folks, the only thing we have is two ordered pairs. So the first thing I want to do is find the slope. So m is equal to, remember how I did this last time, negative 4 minus 6. And then the change in the x's. 5 minus a negative 3. So this is going to be negative 10 over 8. Okay, does that reduce? Yes, it does reduce. 2 goes into that, so that's minus 5 over 4. So this is the slope of the line that joins this point and this point on the coordinate plane. Okay, now we have a slope and we have a point. Let's just say we picked this left point right here. Slope and a point. Well, we could use point slope formula. And that goes y minus y1, this would be a y1, is equal to the slope, which is negative 5/4, times x minus negative 3. Minus negative 3, which is just plus 3. Okay. Now, remember, we wanted the answer in slope-intercept form, so basically it's saying solve this for y. So what we're going to do is we'll just rewrite this. Negative 5/4 x, and this is going to be minus 15 over 4. And we've got to add 6 to the other side. If I add 6, or add 6, let's do it this way, okay? That's the same thing as 24 over 4, isn't that 6? Okay, so this is y is equal to negative 5/4 x, and that's going to be 9. 24 minus 15 is 9, plus 9 over 4. Okay, so this is the answer to that question. All right, folks, let's do this question. Write a linear equation of the line that passes through this point but is perpendicular to this line. Now, there's a lot there, and it's good to have a challenge from time to time. Nothing wrong with that. Now, what I want to do is I want to make sure that we understand this idea of perpendicular slopes. So you may remember I showed this to you before. So my question is, what is the slope of that blue line? The blue line. Well, it's up 1 over 1. Okay. What's the slope of the brown line? Well, it's down 1 over 1. So Okay, so I have blue and brown. Now I'm going to change that to red. Blue and red. Okay? I don't want you to get angry with this and start seeing red here, okay? But, all right, here we go. So red. Now, so you said the blue was 1 and the red was -1. I get it. Now, how about the blue here? The blue here. The blue is 1/2. Now, the question, if I had -1/2, would that make the lines perpendicular? Oh, no, I hear everybody saying no. Okay, so how about over here? Yes, so -2. Now, I'm noticing something here that they're sort of opposite sign-wise, and they are flipped, or they're reciprocals. Someone says, can you say that another way? I go, yes. What is the slope of the blue line? It's up to, let me just change it right here. Let's just do this. Here, the slope is a -2/3. -2/3. What would be the slope of the line that's perpendicular? That's a very good question. Well, you said flip it, okay, and then change the sign. Here it's minus and here it's positive. So the question is the slope of this red line and the slope of the blue line, are they perpendicular to each other? And the answer to that is yes, they are. So please keep that in mind to find slopes of perpendicular lines. If one was m, the other one is 1/m negative. Okay? It's flipped and the sign is changed to its opposite sign. So now here's a question. Write a linear equation. Let's just say I want it in this form. Okay? That happens to be my personal favorite. Of the three. And perpendicular to this line. Well, first of all, I have to find the slope of this line. So that means I have to solve it for y before I do anything else. Well, I'm going to make life easier on myself and multiply everybody by 6. So that's going to be 2x minus 3y is equal to -12. I want to solve for y. I'm going to move the 2x to the other side. Then I'm going to divide by -3. Divide everybody by -3. -3, -3, -3. So here I have y is equal to, I'm going to put this over here, 2/3 x minus 4. Now here's my equation of the line. But I have a point here. So the line is going through this point perpendicular to this line. So what is the slope of this line? That slope is 2/3. Can you give me the slope of the line that's perpendicular to that? You say, why, yes, we just did it. So -3/2. So there you go. My question is now, with this information in mind, can we find the equation of a line? Yes. So we're going to go y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Okay? Now, since I just did this in the last problem, I'm going to do this problem a different way. I'm going to use y is equal to mx plus b. Okay? Just to show you another way to do it. Now, which one of these slopes are we using for this problem? Is it this 2/3 or the -3/2? And you're right, it's a -3/2. Way to go. All right, now I want to find b. The way to find b is to put your point values in there. The y is -2, the x is -5, and we're trying to find b. So -2 is equal to, what is that? 15/2 plus b. All right, so can I change that to 7.5? 7.5. So subtract 7.5 from both sides, and b is equal to -9.5. -9.5. Can we write the equation? Yes. Y is equal to -3/2, which is -1.5x minus 9.5. Okay, that was a problem in the lesson. So hope that helped you out. All right, now we're going to finish with something pretty easy called quick graph. Quick graph. We're going to be able to graph this lickety-split, okay? Some of you that are older may remember this little cartoon on a TV called Quick Draw McCaw, I think the guy's name was. Well, anyway, we want to graph this real quick. Now, do you agree if I had the coordinate plane and I knew where the graph crossed the x-axis and the graph crossed the y-axis, could I just want to know, could I draw the line that goes through those 2 points? And the answer is yes. Now keep in mind, the x-axis is right here, and the y is always 0 there. Okay, there's my x. And on the y-axis, the x is always 0, and then there's my y. So we're going to use that idea to do this problem. Here we go. Let's make the x 0. If the x is 0, then this part algebraically wipes out. It's 0 minus 3y, which is negative 3y. I'm going to put it right down here. Negative 3y is equal to 6, so y is equal to negative 2. Bingo. That was pretty quick. Now on the y, we're going to make the y 0 here. So if the y is 0, that's going to be negative 3 times 0 is 0. So 2x minus 0 is 6. 2x minus 0 is 6. 2x is equal to 6. X has to be what? 3. Does it really work? Is it really that easy? And the answer to that question is an astounding yes. Can I graph that linear function? 3 comma 0 is right here. 0, negative 2 is right here. Okay? And there is my line right here. Okay? So hopefully that helps you out. I hope this little short video, examples of problem, helps you while you go through the material. But please, go through the material. Good luck, folks.